Welcome to this tutorial. Today we're going to create what they call work cycle. So before we do that, let's create a file, and this file we'll save it, call it work cycle. You can call it anything, so call it a work cycle. So first of all, we're going to import our image as a background. So we'll click on file, click on import, then image, then press 1. So let's increase the size. We're going to create a character that will walk across this house. So now let's create another layer. So you can call it anything, maybe call it a work cycle or the work or so on. So in this layer we just created, we're going to import a reference work cycle. We'll click on file, import image. So import it, then press 1 so that it can show. So we'll do the same thing we did when we imported the ground. So we'll move it to down here. So I want this character to walk across in front of this house. So here is okay. Expand it a little bit so that it will look bigger. So let's study this work cycle. So if you look here, we have what I call contact, like the first one. We have another contact, the second one. If you look at this character now, the position of the character is direct opposite of this particular one. Then we have the third contact. The position of this character is the same thing with the first contact. Bear that in mind. The position of the character, that the work cycle, in order for this character to complete the work cycle, the first contact is the same thing as the third one, but the second contact is opposite of the first and the second one. So after the contact, we'll now have the passing. Look at the passing here. If you look at this passing, the head is higher, and you have the second passing. The second passing is almost in line with the first passing, but if you look at the posing, is direct opposite. So after that, we have low, that what I call squash and stretch. On animation, it seems the character here now squash, that is on the low, and if you see high, it's stretch. So we have the first low and we have the second low. If you look at the second low, is almost direct opposite of the first one, and vice versa. The same thing with the high. We have the first high and the second high. We're going to create another layer and draw this character with all this work cycle and see how it's going to appear when we now animate it. Without wasting time, we're going to create another layer here. Create a new layer. I call it the work or whatever. In order to make your work easier, we're going to turn off this particular one. This background, we'll turn it off. When we're done, we're going to bring it back. Let's still save. Always remember to save your work. Turn off this background. So we'll click here. Off now. So we can now draw. So how we are going to draw it? We are going to draw it in a sequential order. We draw the first contact, the second contact, and then the third contact. Then we draw passing, the first one and the second one. We draw the low, first one and the second one. Then we draw the high, first one and the second one. That is final. I'm going to add frames, which will be equal to this work cycle. So let's count the work cycle. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're going to create frames on our new layer. So this one already. So we'll create another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we'll start our drawing from number 1. So here I'm going to use the same color for this drawing. Like the left hand and the left leg, I'll use the same color for all of them. Then the right hand and the right leg and the body, I'll use the same color for all of them, so that it will be uniform. Follow me, watch very careful as I do it so that you learn. The left leg and the left hand of the first contact. So I'm going to draw the second contact and so on. So if you look at this first one and this one, is the same thing. So we can copy this one and put on this last one instead of redrawing it, so that they will look alike. So without wasting time, before we now draw the second contact, you can now move to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is the fifth one, which is here. So this is where you draw the second contact. Let's draw the last one. I can as well carry this to this because they are the same thing. So we can go to 1, then use this, then we'll go to edit, click on copy, right? Then click on the last one, then paste. We'll click on paste. You can see it. So then we can use this and put it very well to match. You can see it has matched. So do the same thing to this guy. So what we're going to do now is we still click here, then click on this, copy, okay, then go here, click on 9, then we'll draw this. I think it will be easy like that. Then we'll click on paste, then we'll use this and fix it very well. So it's working that way. Cool. Let's paint this. Good. So let's draw the body from 1. The thing is getting interesting and fun at the same time. So we'll use different colors. So let me use somehow think this will be fine. Or I want something that will be seen very well. Let me use this color. You can use any color you like. So let's print it. You do the sketch.